All right, last game that we got to touch on. This shit pisses me the fuck off, dog. I am so tired of these fucking Kansas City Chiefs. Was this what it was like when the Patriots were dominant, bruh? Like, is this what it's like? I'm sorry, Rod, that you had to go through this. It drives me crazy that they keep winning games they have no business winning. Like, these people that they play, do they just bitch up? Do they get bubble guts? Lemon booty? Like, what is it about team? Like, Patrick Mahomes threw 2 picks and they still won the game going away.
Bro, he threw two picks, no touchdowns. 2 picks and no touchdowns, bro. Like, Pat had about, statistically, as bad a game as he's had. Statistically. Watching the game, you see the plays when he makes them. But it's so aggravating, Herbie. It's so aggravating, Herbie. It's so aggravating, man.
God. All right, Saul, let's get you in, man. Let's get you in, bro.
I mean,
what would you take away from this game? And again, Chiefs defeat the 49ers 28-18, bro. So go ahead. Go ahead, Saul.
Hey, everybody out here, and myself included, are just tired of as everybody else is. You know, at school, I've got a bunch of people who are just like, oh my gosh, I even hate the State Farm commercials. Because you've got, here we are in the State Farm arena. You know, no, man. Fuck this team, bro. Like, I'm sad and disappointed that Pacheco is out because I like the way he plays the position. I like his angry run style. I like that. But, I mean, I'm just... Can somebody else take up the mantle or somebody else, like play to, like, their standard? Like that, like the team's standard, you know? Like, everything changes when you're playing against the Chiefs now, you know? It's, oh my gosh, we got all this. Patrick Mahomes is having a terrible season. Like, I mean, statistically, or he's throwing a lot of interceptions, man. He doesn't turn the ball over.
Bro, he has 8 interceptions this year, bro. Among the league leaders, bro. And as bad as anybody.
They're just finding ways to win, and it's just so aggravating. It's so aggravating. Brock Purdy just fell. Like, that last pick he threw in the end zone. That's pathetic. You can't be on the field anymore. Like, you can't throw that. You can't do that. You underthrew the pass to get you there when your wide receiver had a 3-yard step on the cornerback. You throw some more air on that. He walks into the end zone. So, bum, you already made a bad play, right? Well, fine. You got down there. You get to the 5-yard line and you throw a pick in the end zone, dog. After you underthrew the ball to get you there. You throw 3 picks after this team beat you in the Super Bowl. Y'all, like, when are we gonna have serious conversations about Kyle Shanahan? Seriously.
Oh man, I've been waiting to cook on him, Herbie. After watching the game today,
fry his ass up. Put some
Herbie,
in that, brother.
I just want to say, because you set it up beautifully for me. The Brock Purdy experiment is starting to unravel. And the reason why I say that, Herbie, is because I think we've seen as high as he can go, I think, Herbie. And that's not to throw shade at him, because let's be honest, Brock Purdy has overachieved beyond his wildest dreams. He was Mr. Irrelevant. And he, out of all the young quarterbacks in the league who've been drafted high and have all this status and have all these expectations, he was actually a part of a team that made it to a Super Bowl. Now, granted, this is the same team that went to a Super Bowl with Jimmy G throwing 8 passes in a championship game. But that's neither here nor there. He has been able to man the ship. He has been able to run the ship. He has been largely accurate. He has been on time, on schedule, knowing how to play within the system, and he can scramble. People don't give him credit for it, Herbie, but he can move outside the pocket and make plays. But ultimately, Herbie, he's limited. Ultimately, Herbie, he's not special. And let's harken back to how this all even came about. Herbie, people forget. The 49ers gave the farm for Trey Lance. And Kyle Shanahan got to skate by scot-free for now because it just so happened Brock Purdy ended up being somewhat of a diamond in the rough. He was good enough to run the offense and be the game manager that they can, I won't say that they necessarily need, but being an effective enough game manager, they even made it to a Super Bowl. But the problem is, Herbie, you can't hide behind that anymore because Brock Purdy, let's be honest, even if I don't even think the 49ers can make the Super Bowl this year, I think they'll get knocked out somewhere by somebody. Like they'll get knocked out by Detroit. They'll get knocked out by one of these other teams. I can see it happening. They don't look as formidable. They don't have that aura. They don't have that ferociousness, that ferocity that they've carried in the previous years. And then even if they get to a Super Bowl, Herbie, are they beating Mahomes? Are they beating Lamar and the Ravens? Are they beating Josh Allen and the Bills? Like, I don't see it. Like, I think that the 49ers have reached their ceiling with Brock Purdy. I could be wrong. We're still early in the season, but I just don't. I just think that they're capped off. And Brock Purdy, the more you play, the more teams figure out your tendencies, the more they figure out what you're good at. And we're starting to see that, especially against good defense. I remember last year against the Ravens, he threw like 4 picks in that game. So when he goes up against the elite defenses, the top caliber defenses, he gets somewhat exposed, especially if he doesn't have all his weapons out there. So, man, Herbie, I think Kyle Shanahan he's gotten to 2 Super Bowls, and he gets a lot of credit for that. But Herbie, he committed an offense that gets most guys fired. He gave up the farm for a franchise quarterback, and that guy's not even on the team anymore. So he got away scot-free, Herbie, but the time is ticking, Herbie. It's only a matter of time. And I just don't see the 49ers breaking through this season with the way they've looked so far.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because I wasn't even thinking about it. However, this gives me an opportunity to kind of kick Kyle Shanahan's back in because not only did he have a fireable offense by giving up the farm to get Trey Lance, and ironically, again, if this is this is the funny part. This is where it gets really funny. I'm going to go down a list of all of the bad ways that Kyle Shanahan has fucked up. That he gets to skate by because he's made 2 Super Bowls, because he's made multiple championship games, right? And because ultimately he's put out a winning product on the field. Kyle Shanahan, if you would believe Chris Sims, actually wanted Mac Jones. That's one fireable offense. Kyle Shanahan, that's one fireable offense. But if you would believe Chris Sims, he wanted Mac Jones, but he got overridden by John Lynch, and they ended up taking Trey Lance because Trey Lance had obviously a higher ceiling. Right. Second fireable offense. Tom Brady wanted to go to the 49ers. Tom Brady grew up a 49ers fan. But Kyle Shanahan thought Tom Brady was washed. And he had to watch that man win another Super Bowl against a team that he cannot beat. That's the second fireable offense. You don't say no to Tom Brady, dumbass. Number 3, Kyle Shanahan had the opportunity to draft the guy that keeps beating him by the name of Patrick Mahomes in 2017. You know what he did in that draft? He traded with the Bears from 2nd to 3rd. He allowed the Bears to take Mitch Trubisky. He took Solomon Thomas, who is, by all intents and purposes, a bust. And again, you could blame John Lynch. John Lynch had a huge hand in taking Solomon Thomas because they actually went to college together, ironically. But John Lynch went back to school. He got his degree while Solomon Thomas was playing at Stanford. Little known fact. There you go if you didn't know. But that's on your record. That's a fireable offense, my dog. Number 4. This man has a 28-3 loss on his record. And he has not 1, but 2 Super Bowl losses, most all time, where he lost while he was up 10 points in the 4th quarter. Fireable offense, my nigga. Most people don't survive none of that shit. He gets to skate by because he's a damn great, not damn good. He's a damn great offensive mind.
Yes, sir.
He is a brilliant offensive coordinator. He is proving to be a mediocre head coach because this is the same guy where in the last game of the season, there's no more football left. And this is why he has these losses on his record. He chose to kick a fucking field goal at the 2-yard line when he had Patrick Mahomes on the other side of the fucking football field in a game in overtime.
Foolish,
and what did Pat Mahomes do? Run down the field, score a touchdown, game over.
That's it.
That's the fucking difference. Because when it actually matters and when you need him to be that dude, the person that he portrays himself to be, an actual stone cold hard killer, he bitches up. That's who he is. He's a small man. For real. And you're seeing what happens when a man who likes to control the situation, which is why he advocated against a Tom Brady and advocated for a Brock Purdy, a 7th-round pick, because he wants to ultimately get the credit, dog. Like,
That's
he
it.
wants to get the credit, bro. This is a guy that wanted Kirk Cousins over RG3, bro. That's a real fucking story, by the way, bro. Like, that sounds absurd.
Yep. And drafted him anyway. He got him to draft him anyway.
Think about this. You took a 2nd overall pick on RG3, and in the same draft, in the 3rd round, you drafted Kirk Cousins. What a all right, bro. You got it, bro. Like, you know something I don't know, my nigga. You got it, bro. You got it. But at some point, you can't keep getting away with this shit, bro. Shout out to my nigga, dude from Breaking Bad. You can't keep getting away with this. That's what we need to say about Kyle Shanahan. Like, you can't keep having all of these. Like, people don't even mention this. Mike McCarthy, if Mike McCarthy had 2 blown double-digit leads in the 4th quarter and 2 separate Super Bowls, we would never hear the end of this. But he gets to skate, dog. He doesn't get to glide. He gets to jet propel past all of these allegations, bro. It's absurd. It's out of control. It's unbelievable. It's a lot of UN words, bro. Like, so yeah, man. Yeah, hold on. Let me get a comment in real quick, man.
The homie Matt. Yeah, he was playing like Mr. Irrelevant, man.
Playing like the last person that was drafted. 100%. And again, we're going to go ahead and tie it in, bro, but you can't do what Brock Purdy did in that game. But again, Rod, like you said it, dog, he's maxing out what he is.
Yeah.
7th-round pick, dog. Like,
yeah,
he doesn't have the arm talent. Yes, he could move, and yes, he is better on second reaction plays than Jimmy G is, but he's not at the upper echelon. And we're going to have a conversation, bro. They're going to be the same situation that the Miami Dolphins are in, where they are going to have to make the opportunity and make the choice. Are we going to give Brock Purdy $56 million a year on a 4-year contract? That means I don't think somebody's going to do it. But they can.
If it's not them, there's who's the point?
Contract though. Maybe not a top tier, maybe not 50, maybe closer to like just under 35 or maybe 40. But
Brock Purdy's not taking $35 million. The NFLPA, even if he was willing to take $35 million, let's say I'm Brock Purdy. I know I got imposter syndrome, right? I know I'm not as good as this. You feel me? I know I'm not one of the 5 or 6 or 7 best quarterbacks in the world. The NFLPA will not let him take that deal. The market dictates that Brock Purdy should be paid $55 million. Trevor Lawrence is making $55 million. Tua Tagovailoa, God bless his soul, is making $55 million a year. Brock Purdy has an argument that he's better than Tua at least, bro. He's not taking $35 million. Are you crazy? So yeah. So when they pay him all of that money, adios, Nick Bosa. Adios, Fred Warner. Deebo Samuel will never see you again. Randy Ayuk, poof, bye-bye. Like, the core of that team, yeah, I'm being facetious. The core of that team is still going to be there. But the rest of the team, that depth, the fact that they can rotate all their linemen, the fact that they have all of these cornerbacks, gone, done. They were supposed to win last year, dog.
That was the window.
That was the window. Kyle Shanahan bitching up and opting to kick a field goal in overtime at the 2-yard line against Pat Mahomes was the end of it. He shut his own door. He did. Nobody else. Think about this. Think about this, guys. Maybe you guys are not understanding. Maybe you're not processing. I'm going to say it again. Kyle Shanahan in overtime at the 2-yard line or whatever they were at the 10, whatever, decided to kick a field goal in the last game of the season. Come on, dog. That shit is over with, bro.
When you play not to lose, you don't win, Herbie. You got to play to win. When you play not to lose, you lose. That's the thing. You can't play not to lose.
And we have to have the conversation, bro. He's a habitual play not to loser, and he's become a habitual loser. Kyle Shanahan's a loser. I don't give a fuck what his winning percentage is. I don't give a fuck how many career wins he ends up with. The dude's a fucking loser, bro. He's a fucking loser. Let's keep it a buck, bro. It is what it is, man. All right. That's it, man. Any last words? Oh, Rod, I know you wanted to go ahead and talk about the Cleveland Browns, bro. So go ahead and get it.
It's not even, Herbie, you know what? It's not even the Cleveland Browns. I got really one really declaration, I should say, to make. Herbie, Deshaun Watson is officially Lupin III. Deshaun Watson has committed one of the all-time fantastical heists of all time. Like, I don't think people understand what we have seen. We literally watched the guy. Everyone in the world has watched a man rob the Cleveland Browns of $230 million. Everyone in the world has seen it, Herbie. I've never seen who is this man, Herbie? Like, how can I learn this skill? This man has committed the greatest heist in the history of the world, Herbie. He got $230 million and everybody saw him do it. And he doesn't have to give it back, Herbie. This man, and listen, and it might be a little classist to be ragging on him after he got hurt, but I don't care, Herbie. I don't care about the guy who had the lowest QBR in the league. I don't care about the guy who had the lowest EPA per play in the league. I don't care about a guy who every time you turn on a Browns game, your eyes start freaking stinging like somebody threw acetone in them. Like, Herbie, like, Deshaun Watson is one of the most glorious thieves of our generation. He is up there with Arsene Lupin. He is up there with, bro, he is an all-timer, Herbie. Deshaun Watson is Lupin the Third, bro. He is the inside man. He is Deshaun Watson took a briefcase and he told everybody, he told us, he warned us, he told Denzel Washington, I'm going to walk right out that door. I'm going to walk right out that door and you're never going to stop me. And we watched it, Herbie, the whole world. We are all accomplices to this crime. And I just, my heart goes out to the Cleveland fan base and the franchise as of someone who is a part of Sad Fans Anonymous, Herbie. The whole Cleveland fan base is a part of this because what they are witnessing, what they are going through right now, I would feel like, God, what did I do to deserve this as a fan? Because this is unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man.
Thanks, man.
It's unbelievable.
I don't know how to approach the conversation because we're in a sports group and somebody was like, yeah, it was classless of the Cleveland fans to boo him as he got hurt. And again, I'm with you. I understand that point. But if anybody deserves to get booed for blowing out their Achilles, it's Deshaun Watson. I'm sorry. That makes maybe I'm a horrible person for agreeing with the guy.
You're just honest, Herbie. You're just honest, man.
Like, somebody has to hear that, right? Like, whether it's Deshaun Watson, whether it's Jimmy Haslam, who is the owner of the Browns, somebody got to hear the frustration of the fans, dog. Like, those weren't people booing Deshaun Watson. Those were people booing the Cleveland Poops, bro, because that's what they are. They're not the Browns. They're the Poops. The Brown stands for dog shit, because that's what they are. They're the Cleveland dog shits. And they
the Cleveland Stains
collectively boo the stains, the ash cracks, the wads, that smell that you get if you didn't take a shower after playing basketball and you pull your drawers down, nigga. That's what the Cleveland's dog shits are, right? That's what they were booing. Was Deshaun Watson a byproduct of that? Yes. Was it kind of fucked up when niggas was over here high-fiving while that guy was getting carted away? Yeah, man. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, right? Okay, all right? But, hey, listen. That's what it comes with. They had to watch this man that they knew had no business being on a fucking football field for a year and a half. You understand that. You know how long that is. They had to watch this man play football when he had no business playing football for almost 2 years now. And they had to finally say, yo, fuck him, fuck you, fuck them, fuck everybody upstairs, fuck the motherfucking janitor, fuck the guy cleaning the windows, fuck everybody that's involved in this nonsense, man. So I'm
crazy,
sorry,
man.
bro. I'm sorry. If I was a Cleveland fan, I'd have been like, yo, you suck, fuck you, Deshaun.
The tomatoes are coming out, man. The tomatoes are coming out.
Why he's over here with a towel on his head? I'm sorry, bro. Maybe I'm not as mature as I thought I was, bro. My bad, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I identify with the fuck boys, man. Sorry, man. All right, man. Any last words before we get up out of here, guys?
Listen, man. Hey, Saul, it was a pleasure to have you, my brother, man. It's always a pleasure when you get to hop on the pod, man.
Yes, sir.
Gotta make more of a habit of this, my boy.
Another round of applause for the homie.
Yes, sir. Solo mine.
The floor is yours, sir.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you. Thank you, guys. This was fun. I know it might not be a popular thing, but I like the parity in the NFL right now. I like that.
Agreed.
There's only, all right, it's the Chiefs that are like at the top or whatever, but I like this. I like that there's no, like, that every season the playoff picture is going to be somewhat different. I like that, it's more, did you have a balanced running game? Are you able to pass the ball? Are you able to get, like, more situational football is being played? And I appreciate that, and I like it.
Nah,
that's real.
Definitely. Like, this is the good kind of parody, right? Now, it might not be the good kind of parody if you're a betting man like myself, right?
Or me, dog.
My ticket was done by 1:15, bro. That's how dumb my ticket was. That's how quick that shit got bust. But as a viewing experience, I love it because you're seeing what happens when there is parity. You're seeing when all the teams are able to compete. You feel me? And you're getting it. Of course, you're gonna have your Carolina Panthers that get blown out and whatnot, right? But for the most part, there was a lot of competitive football games. Like, pretty much every game was a good game this weekend. So, yeah, I definitely agree with that point, man. Rod, any last points, man, before we get up out of here?
I see our boy Matt left a comment, man, said big cover 2 guy.
Yeah. Shout out to Matt, not Matt. Shout out to Mel Kiper having the worst take of all time. Like, and cover 2.
I hate that.
Tripping.
Shut the fuck up, dog. All right, man. We'll see y'all next week, man. Week 7 recap is officially over, man. Phin Outta, thank you again to Solomon. Thank you again to Rob, man. And thank you again
Appreciate
to
y'all
that's tuning in and watching and supporting. And we will continue to give you that great football content every week, man. Sadik, signing out.
Deuces.